booktubers, welcome to day 28. We are so close to the end of the month. It's so exciting for me. My first month of daily videos. It's been a trip, y'all. So welcome back. My name's Margaret, and the question today for day 28 is, what is your motto? I know about mottos, especially because of Anglo history. It's on their shields, it's on their coat of arms and whatnot. It's usually in Latin. But for a modern one, I looked up what the definition was, and it was much more broad and accessible to me than I had thought. What is your general motivation or orientation? So this is a perfect segue into expectations for this channel in the future. So I realized about a week ago that a lot of these questions I was doing were introductory questions. I mean, Proust is about navel gazing, that's sort of to be expected. But what I wanted to do was more bookish themed, and only a few of these have been book themed. Here is where I wanted to explain what my general motivation or orientation for the BookTube channel is going to be. Let's see. The first answer that came to me was a sort of folky saying, why not go out on a limb? It's where the fruit is. So this is a pithy saying, but it gets at the greater idea of taking risks, being brave, listening to that voice of courage to go out there and be vulnerable, because that's where all the gains are. That's where all the successes that are worth being fought for, right? So this is what I'm doing here. I'm tired of sending out things and hoping people respond and hiding in the shadows, right? So this is my attempt to go out on the limb and find the fruit. Peaches. Peaches are my favorite fruit. Anyway, so expectations for this channel. The kind of videos I'd like to make. So I'm obviously going to be talking about what I'm currently reading. I'm going to be talking about reading habits and discussing how those change based on the pandemic, based on your age, based on your mood, based on what friends you make on this platform. That'll be a good one. I've noticed several other booktubers have talked about how their tastes have changed once they've been on BookTube for a while, which is super fun. I'm very excited to talk about book-related industries and how they influence our reading tastes, sort of like the behind the scenes, because I am also an author and have been a bookseller and am a voracious reader. So all those sorts of angles looking in at this industry make it very fascinating, but also give you a lot of complexities to examine and talk about with people. So hopefully you're down for that. I've done a couple of these already. So dramatic readings, because I am a reader with an acting, what shall we say, yen, and obviously haven't done it for a long time outside of my own circle of friends on karaoke nights. So it's a bit rusty, but with the help of my friends, hopefully that's entertaining. And let's see, so reviews, although not very long. I don't think I'm an in-depth reviewer. Some of you are, and that's great. Hauls, although not big hauls, readathons. The one that comes to mind is Victober, Victorian Literature for October. So funnily enough, I have a stack of books from the Victorian era, and I do mean Victorian. So before any of you get mad at me for being an American with American literature during the English Victorian period, yes, I'm looking at you. Don't worry, I only picked out the English ones. So yeah, the low-key readathon should be good without too much pressure. I also want to do some buddy reads, so I've been sort of searching, and I'm going to approach some people and see if that works as like a, again, low-key way to be a social reader. And so that's sort of what I envision for the BookTube channel, but we also have sort of dual-facing purpose for this, which is, as an author, as you saw in the last video, I'm also like into the author side and sharing that with people in case they're curious. And so I'll be talking about my current work in progress, my WIP. That's close to something else you might be thinking about, but not. I'll be talking about my writing routines, because those change with age, with mood, with exposure, at all of the above, same thing as reading. And let's see, probably be talking about tools and tips in case anyone reading and watching is also looking to get into writing. As you've also seen, there may be costume reenactments. I don't know, maybe we can get past this social distancing nightmare and actually have like guest stars in my videos. Wouldn't that be cool? Also, bigger topics as a human, social justice topics, which people have been talking about on here, which is great. Of course, the best part of being an author is travel research, so there's none of that this year, but hopefully going forward there will be, and everyone will be like, ooh, yes, travel posts, we love those, because I love to travel. Writing books gives me just one more excuse to do it, so really, yeah, I'd love to share that. Finally, one little tidbit. Today's costume is actually a vintage piece I got from a shop on North Mississippi Avenue in Portland. I hope they're still there. It's very 1990s girls' high school photo shoot with the boat neck, but I actually got it because the back is super low, and that's what I used. I wore it backwards for a book reading where I had to have sort of like a bodice. Double the fun! So I just thought that'd be fun to know. Think about how you can wear your clothes differently. I don't know. Is that weird? Well, okay, this is maybe a longer video, but yeah, this is my channel going forward. Go out on a limb. It's where the fruit is. Thanks for watching, guys. See you tomorrow.